Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Pod. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all drip ecosystem related projects. And today's video is an update on our progress on Chain 360. Remember, I told you I would be bringing you updates on how we're doing. We're still sitting at about 40% of our funded goal. Remember, we need to get to 10,000 in order to have this entire Sidekick Finance crowdfunding campaign kicked off. We have 16 days left. I don't like to beg, but feels like that's what I have to do at this stage. So remember that you're not just supporting the MVP of the platform, the minimal viable product. You're supporting the actual roadmap and development, as well as betting on me to develop and continue to build on top of this. And again, not to toot my own horn, but we are the only project in the space that I'm aware that is giving as much as we are back to the drip ecosystem. And I believe we're also the only one that is reaching outside the DeFi degen space to bring in real world adoption and utility. So remember, as of right now, this is a AI driven health and fitness platform. So this caters to a much wider audience, especially those not in crypto, but those proceeds will support the drip bag. And the roadmap that I have is extremely bullish for drip and the massive adoption of the intersection of crypto, AI, and health and fitness. So if you're interested in this, please by all means run over to Sidekick Finance. The link is in my description of all my videos. And the basic perks, just to make it simple, is that this is a venture capital crowdfunding. So when you purchase an NFT, depending on the level, so for example, we'll start at the top, the high tier game changer, it gives you 30% of the crowdfunding wallet that's paid over 24 months. So for 24 months straight, you'll be getting 30% of that crowdfunding wallet based off of the total number of NFTs you have in that tier. So if some person wanted to purchase the remaining 49 of these, you would have the bulk of that 30% allocation from that one person. So it will be split amongst all of the people in that tier. And then when you move to the $500 model, which is tier 2, you're getting 15% funded for 18 months. And then tier 1 is 10% for 12 months. And that's just the simple what you're investing in, what you get back kind of thing. But the additional stuff that I'll be building and adding utility on top of this, specific to the health and fitness realm, like I mentioned before, the task human access. So even though down here we have task human, where'd it go? Here, it will be integrated into the platform as a separate NFT purchase once we launch, and people who have allocated different tiers will have access to that regardless of when we roll that out on the roadmap. So that's just going to be an added perk, as well as the fitness tracking side that we're going to do with the Discord bot that already works, as well as access to my own personal training app. So this is a health and fitness app that I actually use for my clients here and the ones actually all over the globe. And it's a white label service. So similar to what Forex wants to do with Scratchy, this is a white label service. So it's hosted by another company, a larger company, so to speak. And then they allow you to put your logo and stuff on top, and they maintain the hosting and all that stuff. So it takes a lot of the headache out, but I have to create the workouts, the meal plans, and everything else. So this is the back end. The front end is just a regular app, I guess you call it. Yeah, regular app. And then it integrates with fitness wearables like Garmin's and Fitbit and Apple Watch and all that stuff. So again, I'm not reinventing the wheel. That's why I know that this will be successful in the long run, because what I'm doing is simply bridging and bringing in traditional software as a service models, such as health and fitness, online health and fitness training, bringing that to the DeFi space and rewarding clients for participating on their health and wellness journey. So with that type of model, the scale is infinite because the software as a service solutions are already out there at, robust levels to support millions globally. And when you remove the middleman of fiat, then you can get those rewards back and essentially use that to reward to the community. So it's a much easier and more sustainable model, in my opinion. And that's why I got out of the brick and mortar business, because COVID transformed our brick and mortar business. So I called that a black swan event. it can happen once, it can happen again. So you need to have a solution against something like that, or governments basically saying your business is now illegal. And that's what happened with gyms. So again, if you believe in my vision, believe in what I'm doing, please go out there and support this. We got 16 days left, 60% left to fund, or 6,000 BUSD. That could be done with 2 game changer or 2 middle tier, what are those, trailblazer, and 2 game changer NFTs, if you got those kind of funds. And last but not least, remember I mentioned that I'd be using the stuff that we're doing in the DAO. So we actually do have a Facebook page that I'm currently running ads to, just to boost up engagement. And I am doing a little different than what we're doing currently in the Drip Marketing DAO. So I'm checking out about 8 different countries, English speaking, and trying to find out which one has the cheaper and more engaged audience. And then I'll be marketing specifically to them. Remember in the DAO, we went with the Philippines because there was lowest hanging fruit. But with this, I'll be focusing a little different, trying to find the best one that resonates with that intersection of AI and the health and fitness side. So these are things that the current DeFi space, degens, can't offer. And that's where the gap in the market is that I'm going to fill, in addition to this game and stuff like that I want to add into it. That again, the technology is already there. I just need the runway, as well as the support from the community to continue to build that out. But regardless, I'm going to execute on that runway. It'll just be slower no matter what we bring in. It'll just take a little longer to build that up. All right, hopefully that provided some value, gave some insight and support on this. I also should have an AMA coming up with Mike the Investor. I'm waiting to get that scheduled with him, so hopefully I can get that scheduled before this ends. And then I think I have something else with the Sidekick Finance team to promote this a little more as well. So all right, so I'm clipping this piece together. So I'd already recorded that video, but it wasn't scheduled yet. So now I'm adding this in because this just came up from Bosch. He said, "Coach, I want to hear more about Change 360. I've pledged already, but really that's about an investment in your business sense and attention to detail. I want to hear what you feel are the 3 best investment opportunities of the project. Infinite scalability and initial payouts on the high tiers come to mind. I think you should keep repeating these selling points. I say that because I'm still a little unclear about the product." All right, well, let me try to clear that up. So these first question he asked was what the 3 best investment opportunities of the project are. So again, I'm trying to get out of the degen gambling space, but I understand that that's a need in the space currently. So the investment opportunity, first and foremost, to me, is the investment in yourself and the additional utility that I'll be adding to the platform as this scales out. So as of right now, there is just the MVP model that you'll be able to get health and fitness plans from the AI. But as I said, as we build this out, there will be additional things that I'm adding on that I will reward the early investors. So I don't have those listed right now because that will all depend on the roadmap. But I will 100% be always looking to support those that supported me initially in the project. But outside of that speculation of what I'll be adding, the investment opportunity is specific to this crowdfunding wallet. So the different tiers give you a different payout. So that's the biggest percentage of investment recoupment that you can look at. So the higher the tiers, the more you get paid out. And then it's also split. Wow, this is clearly has an issue. I'm not connected. But as you, the more that are in this, let me connect real quick so I can actually get real numbers. So what I was trying to say is that, so like in this Pioneer version, there will be a total of 200. Well, it depends. Are sold out, then you will be getting a percentage of that 200 and of this crowdfunding wallet revenue. So the more NFTs in that tier that you own, the bigger your share of this 5%. hope that makes sense. If you only own one, then that 5% is getting dispersed against 200 people. If you own 100 of them, then you will basically be getting 50% of that 5%. Initial biggest investment opportunity, because as the project grows and as we bring in more revenue from different streams in the health and fitness realm, and as I develop on the roadmap for the different areas I want to add, like the task human NFTs, the personal training NFTs with my fitness training app, as well as the actual game, NFT game that I want to have, battle card game. All these different things add more revenue to the platform, and that means you will have a higher revenue being generated because of that. So that would be the number one. So you said top three, that's the number one. The other two would be these allocations here. So 5 bonus points for the first 3 months. So as I mentioned before, what I'm doing differently is that I'm awarding points based off of positive behavior. I don't have the exact points available to tell you guys what that exactly will be, but let's just use the number 1 point per positive action. So 1 point when you purchase a meal plan or fitness plan or whatever, 1 point when you leave us feedback, because remember I told you that's important regarding improving the AI, and 1 point for referring somebody. And yeah, we'll just leave it at those 3. So you would be able to get points every time you do that. Now this means you would get additional points based off of this tier. Now what those points are going to do later on is they will become exchangeable for the governance token that I'll be adding to the platform. The reason I'm doing it later is because I want to actually evaluate the behavior in the platform and find out what is sustainable from a governance model token before I put in speculative assets on the platform. Because remember, the point that I'm doing this for is to invest in yourself, and eventually long term for me to have a revenue model of a company that can actually help to empower the impoverished, not just support gambling as a degen. So this governance will actually be a fixed number of tokens, deflationary supply, and that will own the platform itself and the revenue share from it. And I'll figure out exactly, and it'll have liquidity already added to it. So this will be 12 to 18, 24 months down the road when these tokens will be introduced. And then the points you accumulated will be exchanged at a certain rate. Can be 1 to 1, can be 10 to 1, 100 to 1. It really just depends on what I find the behavior is. So I'm going to be evaluating basically the entire time how people are interacting within the platform, who are their long-term supporters and things of that nature, what is sustainable, how many times do they purchase, how many people do they refer, all these kinds of things, so that as I extrapolate that out, I'll know what it'll look like at a larger amount of people on the platform. So that's investment opportunity 2 and 3 is this bonus points. So the points also in the beginning, so before we get to the governance, the points are going to be used for the lucky draw rewards. I think that shows up here somewhere, but if it doesn't, yeah, I don't know where it is. Yeah, it's kind of here. Lucky draw, marketing roadmap. There we go. Lucky draw referral rewards. So there'll be 25% of the platform revenue that'll go towards this allocation, and similar to basically what we're seeing with drip, drop, draw. So using a lucky ticket, lucky draw model, where you'll be able to use your points to be entered into daily, weekly, monthly, as well as community voted revenue distribution. So again, there's no details on that yet, because I'm going to be looking to see how many points are accumulated, how much money we have available, what looks more sustainable, just a daily, weekly, or monthly, or all 3, or more than that. And then you'll be able to allocate your tickets, or those points, so to speak, in exchange for tickets, and be able to use that to get additional revenue kickbacks from that 25% allocation. So that is the piece of the platform that supports the gambling degen space. So it's finding a way to gamify that aspect. And as I move forward with development, those points will be awarded for other things such as fitness milestones and stuff like that. Then you'll again use those points towards the lucky draw. And that's how we're going to reward you for healthy in real life behavior. All right, I think that was it. Let me see. Oops, wrong place again. I think you should keep repeating these selling points more. I say that because I'm still a little unclear. Hopefully you're clearer now, and thanks for the support. And if you're not clear, then let me know and I'll
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.